Israel has already carried out 3 out of 5 of the genocidal actions described earlier in the treaty. So killing members of the group, that's clearly taking place here. Causing members of the group serious physical and mental harm, that's also clearly taking place here. And finally, deliberately inflicting on the group conditions of life calculated to bring about their physical destruction in whole or in part. And that's also clearly taking place. If Israel didn't drop a single bomb on Gaza, but all it did was cut off food, water, electricity to its 2.3 million residents, that action alone is sufficient to constitute genocide under the treaty. But of course, we know not only that Israel imposed a siege, it also carried out indiscriminate, uninterrupted bombardment for over 3 months. They have uprooted 2 million of Gaza's 2.3 million population and displaced them from their homes. And they've also destroyed over half of all the buildings in Gaza. So these are people who, even if today there was a ceasefire, would not find homes to go back to. Israel has violated every law of war that exists during its genocidal campaign. Israel is very much at war with the United Nations. Israel has also treated with contempt any statement coming out of the United Nations attempting to require Israel to comply with international law in any way. But that's also consistent with its behavior for the last 75 years of its existence. Israel has never followed any UN resolution, be it coming out of the General Assembly or the Security Council, that seeks to hold it accountable for its violations of international law. Israel has systematically ignored all of those resolutions. And it's that impunity, it's that failure to hold Israel accountable that has gotten us to where we are today, allowing Israel to carry out and oversee an apartheid regime for over 7 decades. Every single time, Israeli impunity has reigned. And so when we watch the images of Israeli soldiers acting in total contempt for Palestinian life, Palestinian possession of Palestinian land, we know that they also feel emboldened to do so. They feel emboldened not only to carry out these crimes, but to record them and post them for the world to see, because they know very well they've never been held accountable, and they don't expect to be held accountable in the end.
Kia ora, assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you all for coming today. I know the weather is not great, but this is also a reminder that the people in Gaza, this is nothing compared to what the people in Gaza are going through right now. But thank you all so much for coming out today. Thank you. Alright, we're just getting this started with Tennessee by the video, so please give your hands to everyone. Thank you, Mikhail. We're going to do the Waiata postal code, if you don't mind. I heard you all been doing your homework. First, I just wanted to check if there's anyone from Kahununu in the crowd. Huh? Okay. So remember the kupu is Ja Satatahi, Ja Satahira. Next. Ega iwi Ja Satatahi, Ja Satahira. Tato, tato, is. Tutera mai nga iwi. Tato, tato, is. Tutera mai nga iwi. Tato, tato, is. Vaya. long months of the genocide of Gaza, a place that I call home. At times, I start to think to myself, am I making a difference? I'm not so sure sometimes. But what I do know is that holding up the flag and screaming, "Free, free Palestine!" with people that believe in the freedom of my people gives me hope. So you give me hope. So thank you to you all for coming. You are what gives me hope. Thank you. All right, I'm going to introduce the first speaker of today. Oh, sorry. We're going to have to put on the national anthem right after this. Thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. صدق الله العظيم.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Thank you.
From the river to the sea!
Chocolate covered.
Thank you.
More than 40,000 Palestinians, including more than 60,500 children, and injuring more than 92,000 people. Including 10,000 people are reported missing. Dr. Tanya Hassan, a pediatric intensive care doctor working with Doctors Without Borders, been to Gaza before and during the genocide believe that the death toll in the Gaza Strip is much higher than 40,000. I have been saying the brief for a couple of months now. And I've been saying that it's been more than 40,000. So I'm sure that it will surpass at least 60,000 at this point. Shame! In the West Bank, which claims 32 Palestinians have been killed, including more than 147 children and injuring more than 5,400 people. Shame! It has been 10 months of genocide on Gaza. Due to the displacement, up to 2 million people are infected with infectious diseases. The Palestinian Health Ministry has reported the first confirmed case of polio in Gaza, identified in a 10-month-old baby from Deir al-Balah who had not received any polio vaccination. Shame! Amidst this collapsing health system, healthcare workers have been working for 10 months without a break. Shame! A story that I believe has touched many people is from Muhammad left his home in Deir al-Balah on Tuesday morning to get certificates for his newborn son. He came back and said with their death certificate. Shame! This is just one of many tragic stories. I feel like I have no more words to describe the pain I feel. No more. There's no more words. Please. Free the people. Break the chains. Save the children. I would like to dedicate a minute of silence to all the children that have been taken away from us. Thank you. Free, free! Free, free! From the river to the sea! Thank you. Next up, we have our first speaker today, Huda. Huda is a 17-year-old Palestinian from Gaza and share a story from her family. Please put your hands together for Huda. Hello, I am Huda from Gaza, and I've never seen it, and I've never seen my family, my grandparents, my cousins, or any of my relatives living in Gaza, and I fear I will never will. I have never been able to say Salaam Alaikum to them in person. I've never been able to laugh with them in the street. I've never been able to share a meal with them in the place that they live, the place that I'm from. When asked about my grandmother he said that they live every day and breaking their fast, one small meal every day. These are the kinds of people being mobbed and murdered. Shame! Even though my family has all yet years to move away from their house, they have been survived. They live with a mosque to their left and a hospital to their right. So sadly, it was expected. The aftermath is evident. No windows, still standing. Pieces of furniture scattered all over the floor. When I was watching the video of my grandpa walking through the shattered remains of the house that he built, it reminded me to be grateful. Grateful for things like a working vacuum cleaner. Grateful for things like a bin that I can wheel out to the end of my driveway, be taken away, and never have to see the contents of again. However, not all people are as lucky as with the most recent strike on Dera Badai. The only hope the strike opens closer to death or any Palestinian family that lives scared, hungry, and in pain. All of this is going on, and Netanyahu is getting standing ovations from top legal officials in America. Shame! A country that can instead help end the genocide. A country that has all the tools and the utilities to help end the pain and the suffering of all the Palestinian families, so no father has to go home to two dead children that have just been born. Shame! Thank you all for being here today. Because every single one of you makes a difference for all of Gaza. Because together we are stronger. Free! 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 From the river to the sea! Thank you. Thank you for that. I believe many of us have shared very similar stories. I've only visited my in Gaza once in my life back in 2013. It was one of the best stories that I've created there. And I still remember it to this day. I was only 16 years old when I saw that. And I thought I was going to see them again. And I hope that will stay. I know I will. Free! 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 Thank you for standing up here. It's not easy standing in front of all these people, so please put your hands together again for Madame. Our next speaker is Billy Haniyeh. Billy is a Palestinian Kiwi, outspoken activist that has participated and supported all movements and individuals in support of Palestine for over 15 years. Billy's parents are next survivors that were forced from their homes in Palestine in 1948 and were forced to become refugees in Gaza. 14 of Billy's family were murdered by the apartheid regime late in 2023. Please put your hands together for Billy.
Kia ora. Thank you everyone for being here today. I really appreciate your presence and your support. It is vital for the continuation of supporting freedom and justice in this cruel world. I want to be here today and statement to those two babies unjustly killed. And the reason why they were killed, their mother is a doctor that has been very outspoken about the targeting of children. And what did they do to her? They killed her children with a G-Dag missile, targeted. They know exactly who is in the place. They use technology that is very advanced, and they targeted the mother, the babies, and the grandmother because they wanted to silence her.
That is what the occupation is capable of when they're trying to target one area, one apartment. That is a multi-story building, and they only took out one apartment. Do you want to know who they were targeting? This is who they were targeting. These babies were 4 days old. This is a photo of them right after they were born. You see, tiny newborns? Yes, they were targeting them, their mom, and their grandmother. The father had left to go get their birth certificate. He wasn't there. Do you know what they have to do to carry out a strike like that? They use a very specific kind of J-DAM missile. And it requires that they point a laser at their target, which means that they have to have reconnaissance. They use infrared to see into the building. They've shown us before. They can see who is in there, and they can determine whether they are male or female, or adult or child. They determine it based off of body heat and shape. There were 4 people in that apartment. 2 of them were 4 days old. One of them was their mom, and the other was their grandmother. They knew that he was a victim. They specifically targeted two newborn babies, their mother and their grandmother. Why? Dr. June Arfa. She had been posting to her personal Facebook page about the snipers targeting children directly in the head and chest, which she was personally witness to. They killed a woman and her children and her mother to keep her silent. They had just gotten birth certificates for Asia and April. And this is what the father saw when he got home. He didn't find out that they were all gone and he got to the hospital. He was still holding their birth certificates. With full knowledge and full intent, they targeted two newborn babies.
So this is what we have. We have an apartheid criminal regime. We have a cult that has lost all morals, and they will extend their crimes beyond Palestine, mark my words. Here, they've just appointed a racist in charge of human rights. A racist because this country is built on racism. It's a colonial enterprise that has to abide by instructions from their masters in Israel, from all the alliance globally of all the criminals in Europe, in the States, all the corporates, everyone that wants to profit not just from the destruction of Palestine but from everywhere. In Bosnia, Israel did have a hand there. Every genocide, Israel has a hand in. These criminals must be stopped. Shame on Israel and shame on all the supporters of Israel, including the government here in New Zealand, and their silence and their complicity in this killing and this genocide of innocent people. I will not forget, I will never forget the 7-year-old child in the ambulance when the medic asked him, "Why are you carrying your school bag?" That child replied, "I'm carrying the remains of my younger brother." I will never forget the moment of excruciating agony when Amir Sabi Alay's grandmother discovered his small lifeless body killed by the Israeli bombing that also claimed his parents in their Rafah home. He was only a baby and his tiny sweatshirt read here today. I will never forget the 11-year-old Palestinian child who, when asked, "What is your dream when you grow up?" replied, "We don't grow up. They kill us." The first time, this is the video I watched this morning, I translated. The first time we have a decent meal in 2 months, we are grateful they temporarily opened the border. We are grateful to them. The war is continuing, and they are feeding us so we're full before they kill us. Your support here is vital. Your stand towards justice for Palestinians and for every human being, for humanity, is vital, because we will continue to see the death and destruction in Palestine while everyone is silent, while everyone is profiting from this destruction. I really have no more words to say. My heart is aching to see this continuing and see us help this. But I have hope that our resistance, not just by our resistance, but by standing in the face of injustice, justice by refusing to abide by what they promote, what I call it is the industrial self-harm. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and denounce everything that comes from these corporations that harms you. From cigarettes to alcohol. This is why they're targeting Gaza, because they could not do what they have done in other places in the world, what they have done here in Aotearoa, spreading their filth to colonize, spreading disease, spreading filth. You stand strong, stand for morals, because we can see a world that has got no morals, that is only focused on death and destruction. Stay strong, stay pure, and bless you. Thank you. Free, 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 from the river to the sea, from the river to the sea.
Thank you, Billy. Next up, we have Roger that will give us an update on Kiora Gaza.
Kia ora, Stefano, assalamu alaikum. Yes, just a brief update from the Freedom Flotilla. Just to remind you that the Freedom Flotilla is in two portions. There's a big container ship and a big passenger ship, which are still tied up in Istanbul and Turkey. The Turkish government will not allow them to proceed. It's been that situation now for nearly a couple of months. On the other hand, we've got our smaller ship, it's called the Handala, which has been doing the rounds and visiting over 20 ports throughout Europe and Scandinavia, and is now in Malta. Every port they go to, they get a tremendous reception and building up awareness about the situation in Gaza, and building up support and building up the movement around the world. At the moment, though, in Malta, they're using the Malta stop for technical upgrade and fueling and recrewing. And our two Kiwis on board who are part of the crew from Auckland is Rana Hamida and Yusuf Samoa. Around the board. They're doing a fantastic job, and they're giving Aotearoa a very warm support from everybody. Unfortunately, they're going to have to leave the boat soon for personal reasons, and the boat hopefully will continue. The intention is to meet up with the other boat and try and get them to leave together as soon as possible. So if you want to find out more about the Freedom Flotilla and how to support it, please just check out the Kiora Gaza website. It's updated almost every day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roger. Next up, we have Nadine Mosaga, my sister, that will leave us with some chants. So please welcome Nadine. Okay, I'll make this as quick as I can. I just want to say thank you to every person that has showed up today, despite this horrendous weather. So thank you. A massive, massive thank you to every single person here. So thank you for that. You know, as Palestinians, especially us from Gaza, we have so much pain inside us, and not just from October the 7th, throughout all of our lives. We have only been to Gaza once, and we are from Gaza. That pain is unlike any other pain a lot of you here will never experience.
The feeling that you cannot go to your hometown. The feeling that you cannot go to where your parents are from, where you are from, where your grandparents live, where your uncles live, your aunts live. That pain is unlike any other pain. A lot of you here will never experience. There's just so much pain inside of us. And when we come to the rallies and we cry, we don't just cry in the rallies, we cry every single day at home. When we come to our parents, we come to our uncles. The pain is unlike any other pain. We are so privileged to be here in Kamakimakoto. We are so privileged to even have the choice to come to a rally because the weather isn't great. So a lot of people aren't showing up. So thank you to all of these people that have shown up today. Right, we're going to start with one of my favorite chants. أنا راجع راجع على أرض بلادي على حيفا ويافا على فلسطين على غزة راجع على بنين راجع. أنا راجع راجع أنا والله راجع ومن المية المية ومن المية للمية فلسطين عربية وإسرائيل حرامية حرية حرية. Every time the media lies, and neighborhoods and such lies, every time Muslim lies, a little boy in Gaza dies. Every time Erica lies, a little girl in Gaza dies. A little girl in Gaza dies. Shame, shame, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame on you. There is only one solution. Intifada revolution. Louder. Intifada revolution. Revolution, revolution. Intifada, intifada. One, two, three. One, two, three. Thank you for coming. Show up next week and every other week until Gaza is free. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. I think it's the only one. My audience. Strong voice for Palestine. Thank you. I'm going to get some our identity as people, as Jews, and as human beings.
Did you ever think you would say that you would fall under this story? Did you ever think you'd get to a point?
We really try to think of our core when we go to war, people do not
okay? Now, we are born with the idea of you shall not kill. And now you tell me, okay, you go to war, kill all the enemies. Now the idea that I have the right to kill. Now with the time, it becomes dangerous. We don't ask why. The only question that we ask when we go to war, whether we use knife, or gun, or any gun, it becomes a second nature.
That is the second nature of this cult. Death, destruction, and the loss of morality and the loss of humanity. It is over for Israel. No more Israel. And the whole world knows it. The whole world knows they stand for nothing. Thank you.
Thank you, Billy, and thank you, Nadine, and thank you to you all for coming today. We'll be closing our rally soon. We'll be closing the rally now. So thank you all for coming again. We're going to have a rally next week on Sunday, the same time, same place. Thank you all. And a march. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Drive safely, and thanks for your support.